Green flag, and we're underway at Kentucky.
This is my second pole off of the inversion. These guys are definitely smart on what they were trying to do with that invert, and that's what now they have track position.
Still dirty. You saw the 9 of Noah Gragson get loose down there. I think that's just a product of this place.
Oh man,
already into the wall. Yeah, that's a 47 of Kyle Weatherman. Had a career best last night. Finished 8th, started in the top 10, and just like yesterday evening, problems on the opening lap.
Man, it's
in
still
the wall
green.
In 3 and 4, and yeah, we're
still
yet
green.
to see a caution. Saw a lot of debris. We'll keep an eye. And here's Jeremy Clements in the 51 jumping to the race lead.
Did he check out of the gas because he thought the yellow was going to come out?
That's a great point, Kurt. It very well could have been.
I cannot believe there was no yellow. They are letting it race.
For whatever reason, this traction compound and the racetrack is very, very slick on the first. Man, that's such a disappointing start.
Oh,
whoa!
Teammate
Hang on to it,
Snyder
everybody.
outside of Sieg, and Sieg is sideways.
Hang on to it. Off the brake. Off the brake.
Into the wall, and now we get a caution, our first of the night.
You don't see that mistake very often from Ryan Sieg. He's done a great job this year, keeping that team up front. Unfortunately, just couldn't get it back underneath them.
Had such a good start to the year.
We talked about this widening the groove. It just doesn't look like it's down. And Kurt and I talked about this and made note of this. It looks like they did a little bit more work down in 3 and 4 than they did 1 and 2. Again, just looked like he was down there in slick conditions, got loose underneath of him, and away it went.
Man, it's tough. Kentucky's notorious for low grip. Like, the track sits there and bakes all day in the sun, and the first set of tires or the first run, everything's just slipping, sliding, and slimy, and you're seeing guys bust loose, especially when you're on the inside of somebody on the fast side of the track. Down in 1 and 2, it's way faster than it is in 3 and 4.
Alfredo started 10th. He's worked his way up to 3rd in the 21. I understand there was a problem for Brett Moffitt in the 02, flat tire. We'll follow up there. He was top 10 in last night's race.
Chastain working the low groove. You know he's going to throw it down in there, but again, the preferred groove is up where that PJ1 spray is, where the darker groove sits. That's where you're going to have the most grip. We're at lap 9, lap 10, lap 12. That's when the tires are going to start to feel a lot better. They've been way too slick here just to start out.
Keep that almighty momentum going up there. Man, big run right there. Past 3 or 4 cars.
Snyder's definitely on the loose side of things. What do you think, Boyer?
Yeah, he certainly is. Been in trouble from the drop of the flag, but I like what I see with the racetrack. It's cleaning up well.
Clear down, clear down.
Seven's got trouble.
What's going on with Allgaier, Jamie?
Yeah, he has more issues than just the tear-offs on the windshield. See, he's almost sideways. He just told the team he is wrecking loose on the straightaways. They told him to bring it down. Remember, this is a backup, so it's the first time it has been on the racetrack.
I guess the good news here is that you're going to get a competition caution. You got a couple of stage breaks. If you can minimize the damage, not lose too many laps, you can use the free pass, maybe a wave around, get yourself back in the game. At the front, Clements continues to lead, but Gregson not going away.
And that just shows the importance of taking care of your car. We talked about it last night. You know, making sure that you start this race with the car that you brought. And unfortunately, they didn't and missed it a little bit.
Saw the leaders go around Cody Vanderwall, putting him a lap down. That means Justin Allgaier has fallen from the free pass position. A lap and a half to go in the stage. It's getting good, Kurt.
That's a heartbreaker right there. Man, we got good racing every which direction right now.
Can he do the crossover and get underneath of him right here?
That's going to be a momentum killer. If Burton plays his cards right.
Here comes a 22 as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cindric to the outside. We got 1 lap to go for this.
Cindric did get Harrison Burton past. 1 lap to go to get Gregson.
And that pass there might have opened the door for the 9 to win the stage.
Yeah.
He created just enough cushion, and we'll see if he can hang on here with a half a lap to go.
I think he did a great job knifing through all that traffic. I mean, stage wins are huge. You get to carry that bonus point with you through the playoffs.
Harrison might get to 22 back right here. I think he's going to.
And this is for second. Burton to the outside of Cindric. Photo finish for second. Give it to Burton behind Gregson, who has now won 8 stages this year. And so far, he's 3 for 3 at Kentucky.
Right back into the spray through 3 and 4. That's where the grip is, boys.
By the way, Gregson restarted 23rd after the speeding penalty. We'll monitor his progress. Alfredo having another good night.
Yeah,
Third, driving at 21 for RCR.
You know, Mike Dillon called me after the race last night and told me the kid has only raced his 17th start in like a stock car ever.
Yeah, a few truck races last year.
Holding a pretty good wheel.
And this year, just a few in that 21. And here comes the 9. Right behind the 02 Brett Moffitt, who had that tire issue earlier in the race. He's still 1 lap down in 27th is Moffitt in the 02.
Big move there from Noah. Brett's had his hands full. I've seen that car out of shape several times as he's getting in traffic. As good a job as Noah did getting up through those lap traffic as we saw at the end of that stage, I got a lot of confidence. I think they can get back up through here, put on a show. But I like Harrison Burton. Man, we talk about it. Rookies needing that practice, not having that practice. Utilized it last night, putting it to good use tonight. That's a great point, too. You know, in our series, we race against each other and probably have for a long time. Every now and then you got a new guy and you can't figure him out. You don't know where he's going to go. You know, I know if I'm coming up on Kurt, I know from years of racing with him what his characteristics are, how he races, what he's looking for. A slide job like the 8 car right here coming up.
Wait. Were you telling me that you're coming up to lap me?
No,
What did I just miss right there?
That 8 car was a slide job coming. I'm like, whoa, give room.
I'm going to be honest, I got nervous on that one.
It was close.
Haley's back in 9th behind that group.
We just don't. I mean, we don't got what those guys got. I don't know what we're missing. It's not a balance arrow-wise to do what they do.
And I thought the Colleague cars were a little behind last night. The result really didn't show it because of some of that attrition, but maybe their speed not exactly where they want it to be. Speed not a problem here.
No.
Austin Cindric has just taken over and dominating this race. Give him 5 stage wins this year. Alfredo is 2nd. Burton scores points in 3rd. And we have got quite a battle coming to the line for the 10th position. And it was Clements and Chastain. Give it to Jeremy Clement.
Whoa.
Oh, great save.
J.C. Little did a great job right there. That can just as easily go one of 2 ways. You can spin out, or you can also, as much wheel as he had in that thing, overcorrect. If that thing would have bit and took off right, whoo, she'd have been a handful.
17th right now, driving for JD Motorsports, and he's putting together a good rookie year. 2nd generation drivers. Dad Chad won a number of races in the Xfinity Series.
And that's crucial. When you're a young driver and you save it like that, you get to make more laps. You gain more knowledge, and you're out there still running, and you're not having to rebuild stuff.
58 to go, 57 now. So we're in our window to make it to the end.
Yeah.
And these guys are going to start making stops, and we've
Here
gotten
comes
the
right
report.
here.
The 9's going to be the first one to come to pit road. And he had a speeding penalty earlier under caution.
He's definitely safe there.
Yeah, he actually cast it back up after he finally gathered it. And
again, but you said it right there. After having a penalty and serving that penalty and living out that penalty, he was definitely conservative right there and should have been.
Yeah, he doesn't want to speed. Cindric definitely doesn't want to speed when he makes his stop. 7-second advantage for him right now. The 9 is in, Jamie.
And the 9 and Noah Gragson thought he had a tire going down. So right when that window opened up to make it in, he came down. He needs some help. He's definitely struggling with the rear tires. He's shattering them a little too loose. He saw the track bar adjustment and a 4-tire stop.
Yeah, even though he's in the window, that was a little earlier than what we were hearing from other teams, but that explains it. He thought maybe he had a tire issue, so they go ahead and get their stop out of the way.
And this bit us at Indy, and this is where you got to be careful. As a team, this is a team deal here. That driver's got to be telling them what he feels. You can't have a tire failure, right? You can't do that, but you can't short pit knowing that you're probably not the only one that are experiencing tire issues right now. Somebody could have trouble, just like what we saw in Indy. Then you get caught a lap down, just like what happened to us, and then your race is over. You got your lights. Boy, you wanted those lights.
Oh,
You led the charge on that. You know you did.
Absolutely not.
We look like the what's that movie it came off of? Kurt watched it
The
on
Fast and
repeat
Furious,
one
maybe?
too many times, and here we are with neon lights. I think Denny said it best. He had a 93. What did he say? A 93 Ford Ranger pickup with neons.
Hang on, these
underneath of
boys
it.
are racing hard. Jones.
There goes Brandon Jones.
Man, we
for
were
a
just
second
talking him up.
straight night into the wall.
Man, we were just
That
talking him
thing
up.
snapped fast, really fast.
That is a treacherous turn 1 and 2. Man, there is no grip in the low groove down there. The kid's done a great job all night running third and then throws it away with, with a move
Cindric
down there.
in that huge lead. He didn't want to see that.
11 seconds, poof, gone. I mean, here we are side drafting, and you know Hemric's not going to give up. Hemric is going to side draft all the way down into turn 1. Jones wants to stay in the gas. He's got all that air pushing down on his nose, and now, boom.
Way it went.
That thing snapped quick, boy.
It definitely did, and that's just a product of that traction compound, that car on the outside. Very frustrating to be able to try to pass somebody like that.
When you get back to that son of a gun, stop his ass. More than a ball.
Could have told you that was going to be coming over the radio.
Yeah.
More advice from Rick Corelli, right?
And he's a guy you don't want to be fighting.
I'd say if you could find his mama, she's probably saying the same thing.
Now, Kim does get a little animated, doesn't she?
Here we go.
All right, see this 8 car again. We've seen this happen time and time again. Got to be careful right here. Oh!
That's Chastain in the 10 who got the free pass when that last caution came out.
Tiptoeing through there.
3 wide right here. Dan, you hear me? He's got his hands full.
Chastain gave him just enough room going into 1. What we got here?
Going for it.
A net.
Taking it. Now
Do
he's
it,
going to
buddy.
slide up. He's going to get loose.
He carves out.
Chastain got in the back of the 8 car. Move him out of the way.
Outside one
We got cars
Now
everywhere.
Allgaier back in the mix, 3 wide.
Get him, Herbst. Look at these. Look at these guys. 3 wide. Now what's going to happen? Who's going to back out?
Somebody better.
Herbst did.
I mean, these junior motorsports cars are coming from everywhere. A net is there. Hemric, Allgaier, and Gregson back in the mix. 8 laps to go.
Found a way. It's what you have to do.
Here comes Cindric off of turn 4. He'll see the white flag this time around.
Textbook kind of night. He executed perfectly. Hot pit entry on a green flag run. And then with this leading laps, getting the stage win. And I need to try to do a Credit One plug right now. It's 1 to go. Brought to you by Credit One. Thank you for bringing this out.
It's all in the family over
That's
there,
right. They're on our cars at Ganassi. Thank you, guys.
Good job,
Cindric,
Kurt.
do it, Cindric.
You're stealing my job.
Hey, now
Here we
I'm
go.
going to brag a little bit. How about me? I think it was one of my 3 things right here, talking about can Cindric close the deal? Can he sweep the weekend? And he did it. Just that. Putting that snap on Ford Mustang in victory lane. Big weekend for them boys in Kentucky.
He started the year 0 for 13.
Really nice work, everybody. Nice work.
Austin Cindric goes back-to-back and sweeps Kentucky.
Excellent job,
This is the
guys.
best.
Excellent
Holy
job.
cow. Thank
Made it look
you.
easy.
Let's do this again.
Hey Motorsports fans, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe before you go for all the latest news and highlights across motorsports.